Hi, Spout Loreans. Abdul here with a quick pre-show announcement. If you haven't heard, this coming Monday, August 26th, is the day that we will be launching the first season of our bonus show, Mallbrats, on a brand new public feed with newly scored and remastered episodes. Launch week is going to be pretty huge, with a brand new episode dropping every day. And we're also doing a collab with our friend, the incredibly talented artist, Casey Golden, where she'll be drawing the Cool Treat Kids in her own amazing style. Launch weeks are hugely important for new shows, so we're asking all our listeners to please go and subscribe to the new feed, which is live right now. And when that first episode drops, listen, rate, review, all that good stuff. We genuinely love this show so much, and we think you'll love it too. We're also going to be doing a bunch of launch week giveaways for listeners of the new show, where we'll be giving away custom Spout Lore merch packages from our friends at Fantasy by Numbers, with amazing pins and ornaments and coasters, all with custom Spout Lore art on them. And also, one lucky listener will win the one-of-a-kind Cool Treat Kids character art that Casey is creating. If you'd like to enter to win Casey's gorgeous artwork or any of the amazing merch packages that we're giving away, all you have to do is click the link in the show notes and head over to the new feed and subscribe. Then, when the first episode drops on Monday, rate and review 5 stars or more, and make sure you sign the review with your Discord or social handle so we can find you to give you your amazing Spout Lore memorabilia. From everyone here at Spout Lore, thank you so much. We hope you like the new show.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing.
Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Vyng is half-elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might.
Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your Game Master, Shawn O'Hara, and with me, as always, players and dear friends. Abdul.
Hey, everybody.
Playing the Spirit of Elk. Jessica.
Hi.
Playing the Spirit of Polar Bear. Mark.
Hi. In my brain, I was saying playing the Spirit of Owl. Sorry.
Playing the Spirit of Owl, Mark.
Hi. What?
Well, no, you know what? Fuck it. Playing Big Bang Zumba, the Druid.
Hi, friends.
Paul. And West Lord, here, back in the saddle again.
Back in the saddle again. Second time today again. AC/DC gets you where you want to be in
Wait.
your life.
Is this AC/DC, but they're like a bus company?
They're trucking company.
Yeah. Always carrying
Saddles.
Yeah. When last we left our heroes, Vyng, Elk, Owl, and Polar Bear had met up with Boar, who had been attacked by the spirit of Wasp. A big swarm of wasps, and Vyng fought them off with the help of Elk and Polar Bear. And we have watched as Elk and Polar Bear slowly become interested in being human, which mostly takes the form of walking on their hind legs and proclaiming love for one another.
As humans are wont to do.
Yeah. Humans love to be in love.
It's true.
And in the Dust Bowl, the realm of Wasp, Boar had said that they found some human detritus, some objects, and Vyng is now in possession of a beaten up magnifying glass. And Boar led them to where he found the magnifying glass, and while digging through the debris, Vyng found, amongst other rubble, a human body.
Ew.
So yeah, Vyng, you dig up a human corpse. At least you see the face of a being. What do you do?
Keep digging, like Jurassic Park, around it.
Oh yeah.
Gently.
Great. Tell me about what do you think this person looks like?
Their teeth are pulled back. The lips have dried out.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes are wide open, sunk in black demonic holes of death.
Wait, just like no eyes, or that's where their eyes were?
Yeah, but you can't see the inside of their skull.
Oh.
Yeah. With a jester's hat on.
What?
Yeah, with bells.
Is that
rusty old bells?
Is that like a cone-shaped hat with a feather in
A
it?
three-cone
It's
shaped
the
hat, floppy.
ones that go like that.
Okay, yeah, with the
Yeah.
bells on the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like a sports team here. They're called the Jesters.
In the material world, it's a sports team.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
What sport?
Flobhockey.
Flobhockey.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is Flobhockey?
Flobhockey. Well, it's a game of the frozen north, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's played mostly with sticks. With big daggers attached to your feet.
Are we just going to describe hockey? Is
How
that
far are you going to let me go here?
Is there a twist, some fantasy twist?
Yeah, it's that the puck is actually
Alive.
Yeah, it's this
Oh.
gelatinous, like very fat kind of. It's almost like a squirrel, but it's all fat.
It curls up.
And it's called flob. It's called a flob.
Wow. All right.
It does what it wants.
Yeah, you can't be good at the game
Yeah.
because the squirrel it runs all over the place. The flob is
And
just
there weren't always squirrels like that. Like
Yeah.
they just kind of showed up one
Appeared
day.
one day.
Yeah, it's weird.
They kind of look like I don't know, like a frog and a squirrel.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Great. So Flobhockey player in a jester outfit, uniform,
Yeah.
and the skates.
The daggers. Yep.
Wow.
Anybody want these daggers?
Oh, this I like those bells. Those are cool. I like those bells.
Are
Cool.
you just gonna start picking at the bells?
Wow. No, if nobody else is getting his bells, I like these.
That's a
Jingle,
little
jingle,
morbid.
Jingle.
Yeah, they start jingling around.
Yeah.
You just bite
I'm
one
just
off.
gonna pick at them and bite one off and
Swallow
kind of wiggle it around, jingle, 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 and swallow it.
Also, elk. You know how like elk have that thing where if there's like a twig that snaps or danger
Yeah.
nearby, they like freeze and look.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling that I have now.
Yeah.
Or this is the voice. That's the feeling that I
That's the
have now.
how. And it's not helping that Owl is sitting there, jingle, 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 jingle,
Yeah.
with their bell.
I look at Al. I'm like, hey, shit, stop it.
It's bells. These are cool.
Jingle, 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 jingle,
Oh,
jingle.
I lumber over there, and then I just lay on Owl to shut him up. Just gonna do this really gentle.
So
Vig's going onto all the mounds and digging them up.
yeah,
Like while this is happening, my ears are like satelliting around to
Mhm.
try and like hear something.
yeah,
So I guess discern realities
yeah, sure. See if your survival instincts are picking anything up.
plus what?
Wisdom. Ooh, which one?
6 plus 1, 7.
Ooh, in under the wire. So you get one question from the discern realities list, which is what happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not what it appears to be?
Who's really in control here?
Mm,
I'm trying to listen for someone,
yeah.
for the shape of something.
Yeah. So Boar suggested when you were coming this way that Wasp didn't really bother them when they would come out and dig around, but for some reason they got really uppity this time, suggesting almost that, oh, they don't come over here, but looking around, listening, you're hearing humming of some kind, like a vibration. You're looking around and listening, looking up in the sky, looking around bushes and stuff like that. Like, are there wasps here? And you realize that you're hearing them inside the walls of the canyon.
And so I tell that to everyone. I'm like, guys, there's something in the walls of the canyon. I can hear it.
And it's getting louder.
It's coming.
What's it sound like?
It sounds like humming.
We're in danger.
Yes. It sounds like danger.
Boar, what have you done?
Hey, hold on a second. I was just digging around. I don't know what you guys are. But if Wasp is coming back, we gotta go.
I don't know that it's Wasp, but it's definitely in all of these walls.
Oh boy.
Boar's like stamping around and is looking at all the piles like, quick! And then just starts digging.
And eating everything he
While
finds.
Eating everything that you see a glint of metal. You see like what looks like a book of some kind, like a ripped up book.
Eat it all, Boar. Get it all.
just
Put
going-
it in ya.
Boar's just going nuts.
We gotta find somewhere to hide. We're fucked if whatever is coming is coming.
Yeah. So what
Elemental mastery.
what do you do?
Build a wall of looking at like dust. Gather the dust so it looks like it's a false wall of the canyon. We all line up against the canyon. Up against the canyon, and I make a wall of dust to emulate rock.
Cool.
Like a
So this
shield,
is a new
camouflage.
this is a new thing that Bing can do. For the listeners at home, why don't you tell me a little bit about elemental mastery?
I can call on the primal spirits of fire, water, earth, or air to perform a task.
You do that by rolling plus wisdom.
Yep.
Let's roll it. 2d6 plus wisdom.
9.
Cool. What does it look like while Vyng is doing this? Because this is the first time Vyng has done this.
He takes his staff in like a long outdrawn arm and draws a circle around. He spins around, running around in a circle, and the dust is picking up and goes swirling around him and flattening out thin along him, but the same width of his body, and a tornado wide across them and encumbers them up against the wall and encases them. And the wall shifts and it settles as exactly the cliff wall.
Wow.
Kind of shimmers as like just dust and then settles as
So
the cliff. And we're inside looking at the opposite.
now keep in
image.
mind, you get to choose one of 3 outcomes.
Okay.
So the 3 choices you get to choose one of on the 7 to 9 are the effect you desire comes to pass, you avoid paying nature's price, or you retain control.
I only get to choose one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you were to lose control, it could be something like the Spirit of Dust does that and more,
Mm-hmm.
but on their terms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or if you were to say you're like, oh, I want to call up a fire to block the way.
Mm-hmm.
So the fire does block the way, but then you lose control of the fire and the fire just starts going nuts.
Yeah.
Or if you avoid paying nature's price, that means you don't get burned, or
Yeah.
the spirits don't try and take something from you in return for their services.
The effect you desire comes to pass. Let's
Okay.
just make it happen.
Yeah. So in this case, you do not avoid paying nature's price and you do not retain control. So you spin this bowl, this dust bowl, upside down dust bowl.
It flattens into a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it? Are you blocking yourself in against?
Up against the wall with the rock at our backs.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Great. So you do that. You hear the Spirit of Dust in the air,
Mhm.
like, I will do this for you. And they start spinning up around you, and the dust wall forms in front of you. So the wall closes up around you, boar, elk, polar bear, and owl. And dust says, like, hisses in your ear, I have done this, but my services are not free. The dust starts pouring into your mouth and your nose and pushing
In my
down your
gills?
throat and in your gills. Yeah, Dust is delighted to find out you've got more breathing holes. And starts pouring in. Roll a d6.
5.
Boy, oh boy, you take 5 damage.
Yoinks.
How much do you have left?
3.
Oh.
So you're just like coughing and choking, and owl, elk, and polar bear, you hear Vyng choking and coughing.
Oh my god. I pat him on the back really hard.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
Pat me
Okay.
at the front.
Oh, pat him on the front a little bit.
I'd like to, but I'm kind of stuck under a polar bear.
Wait.
What's
I
happening?
I go up to him and I lick inside of his mouth to get it moist again.
Yeah, there's a big wet tongue coming out of your mouth.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Dust does that. Dust pours down your throat and in your gills and in your nose.
Dust.
And then through the wall of dust that you've created, you hear grit blowing up against the wall and blowing against the walls of the canyon and whipping up more and more as the Spirit of Dust just spins. And you can just feel through the air a big twisting vortex outside. And things are banging against one another and debris is getting thrown around, it sounds like.
Skulls and leg bones are flying around.
Dust is just
Sounds gross.
going nuts.
Good.
Yeah. And
Except for the dust in my lungs.
yeah, that's not so great.
Spirit dust in real lungs.
Yeah. So dust does leave, but they're going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They seem emboldened. So you still hear the humming. You hear the like through the walls and through the floor. And Boar is stamping around nervously. Boar's snuffling around like, we can't stay in here forever. Maybe we're safer now, but like, what are we going to do after?
How do we get out of this place?
Did you eat anything useful?
Oh, that's a great question. I was just kind of blindly chowing down. Let me see.
Let's see your contents.
and does the same thing and barfs up 4 items. And those items are...
a mirror, but it's all black.
Oh, like a blackened out mirror?
No, it's
black
there's
mirror?
there's nothing on the surface of it. Like
Oh.
it's a mirror. It's got a very ornate frame,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of seeing yourself, you just see blackness.
Whoa.
And there's nothing like covering it. It's
Yeah.
just the glass is black.
Spooky. The second item is
Ugh.
anything at all.
Oh my god. An artichoke. No.
An artichoke.
It could be an artichoke.
No.
Stick the landing. Stick the landing.
Okay, just first object comes to your mind. 3, 2, 1.
An artichoke. I don't know.
Okay, now modify it somehow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
It's not a real artichoke.
Yeah. What is it?
It is a puzzle.
Oh, like a wooden artichoke puzzle?
Like a puzzle box
Made out of
No,
brass
it's
and
a
glass.
real artichoke, but it's a very rare kind that acts as a puzzle and never blooms until you figure out its workings,
Whoa.
its patterns, and then it holds it grows something inside that's useful.
What the hell?
Or
That's
delicious.
so cool.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
All right. A puzzle artichoke. It just looks like an artichoke to you, but it's weird that it hasn't rotted or anything.
Hmm.
And the third item is...
Small clock.
Yeah. Is it ticking or not ticking?
It's not ticking
What?
yet.
Oh. What, like...
Now it's ticking.
Oh, what the hell? Boar's like, oh! Something in my tongue must have activated this little thingy over here. It wasn't doing that when I swallowed it.
It's a water clock. It
Oh.
runs on your saliva spit.
Ew. And the fourth item is...
Little fabric pouch. Looks kind of rotten. The top's kind of looks like it was all sewn up, but some stuff's spilling out of the top now. I can't really tell. Some shiny, glistening, powder, maybe
Oh,
like shiny sand or something like that. Sort of leaking out of it.
Glitter.
love it. And he goes, oh, wait. Oh. One more. The fifth item is... This is Wes, technical producer, on the hot mic.
I don't appreciate being included.
A block.
We can cut that.
Yeah.
Make it 4 items. Would you prefer that?
No.
I mean, that's up to me. I can just...
Yeah. Which,
yeah, let's...
Okay. So, yeah, Boar goes, I don't know if any of these are useful, but they're pretty cool, huh?
Can I stick my head out so I can see if the wasps are in the area, if they're just around? He wants to see, make a little rock window.
You would have to, dig through it.
Yeah, poke a little hole to look out.
Yeah. Do you see through one section of the wall near where you found the body, which you now see has been, thrown across this section of the canyon and is now splayed out. Its little jester hat is all askew. Near where you found the body, you see a small opening, maybe about the size of a basketball, but you do see some wasps pouring out of that hole, and they are probing around, flying around in little swarms, hither and yon, searching. What do you do?
We need to plug that hole. Can I run out and belly flop as a rock slab onto the hole?
You're going to shapeshift?
Yeah.
All right. 2d6 plus your wisdom.
9.
9. So that means you get 1 hold.
1 hold.
And you get to form craft yourself. So +1 to one stat, -1 to another stat.
+1 to, I guess, strength.
-1 to dexterity. Because you are rock. And so, as we have described, when you call upon the spirits of rock to change your shape, little rocks start rumbling in the canyon. And then they just whip towards you and start pelting you.
Ooh.
And it doesn't feel good.
No.
But they're digging into your flesh, sinking into your body. And then it's not a complete transformation.
No, more like the thing.
Yeah, you're just kind of a lumpy rock man. But it gets the job done, and you slam across.
Oh, sorry.
No, what are you going to do?
I'm going to use my newfound arms. Now that I don't have to always walk on them. And I'm going to pick up a bunch of the rocks and start filling in that hole.
Okay, great. So we can make that a defy danger.
And an aid.
And an
Yeah.
aid, yeah.
Cool.
Well, not very good.
Not very good as in...
Well, I rolled 3.
Yeah, that's very not good.
Yeah. Wow.
Her failure doesn't necessarily mean you fail.
Okay.
So defy danger, what do we think? If you're just trying not to let them get through your body, maybe
I'm
constitution?
just falling on top of it. I was thinking strength.
Yeah, strength works.
10.
10. Okay. You slam your body on this hole. You're like,
Yeah.
I did it. They're not getting through now. And Polar Bear's like, I'm coming. I'll help you. And
The armful of rocks.
yeah, and starts like picking up rocks and picks up a pretty huge one, being a big, strong polar bear, and steps on a section of the canyon floor that just crumbles away. And Polar Bear tumbles into a tunnel.
I run and I catch him with my hoof.
How?
This is a failure. Polar Bear's in the hole.
Can I run and catch?
You run and scream.
Polar Bear's fallen out of sight, is what I mean.
Can I run up and try and catch him?
You can run after him.
Can I run up and try and catch him in the hole?
It's a failure.
Do I try? If I
yes,
try,
you try.
Can I do it?
You run up. You stick your hoof out. Already out arm's reach.
PB. I'll see you again.
My nickname for him is PP.
Like peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
PB.
Oh, okay.
PB.
Oh, polar bear.
PB. But there's like you hear Polar Bear like wham. Oh.
How far down are you?
Oh, I don't know, like 5 seconds of falling. I don't know.
And you hear like falling.
Owl, can you go down and see if he's okay?
I'll go have a look. You guys just hang on a second, and I'll just hop over to the hole and then try and gently flutter down in there and see what's going on. Have a
Yeah,
look around.
great. Owl's superior night vision. And
Yeah, exactly.
And also wings.
And wings.
You flutter down into the hole. Vyng, you're like holding against this hole, like you feel wasps stinging and
Them
probing like
screaming,
against the
like,
inside. Like,
You'll never get us.
and then you look over and you see there's just a big hole in the ground where
Everybody-
Polar Bear used to be.
Jumping down in.
You're like, wait a second. What about me?
Can I look around and
Yeah.
see? Like, does it look like we might all want to go down in here? Does that look like it might be a good way to get out of this?
Yeah, it might be. You
Okay.
don't hear as much buzzing, quite as much buzzing in this area at least. You don't know if it's totally devoid of wasps, but it's definitely less immediately full of wasps.
And Polar Bear seems okay.
A little worse for wear.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes, Sean.
You're
Don't
not.
speak for me.
I speak for everybody.
Not me.
Okay, well you definitely don't take any damage, but the issue is that you're not going to be able to get back out.
Yeah,
of this
but
hole.
I'm fine with it. You know how I go with the flow of things.
So it's like Polar Bear crumbled down into like basically a ramp and just hit this ramp and started rolling, and at the base of this ramp, quite far down, it just levels out into a pretty large tunnel, large enough for Polar Bear to not stand on their hind legs, but walk around comfortably.
I think we're probably going to be better down here.
Yeah. Boar walks up to Elk and looks down the hole. It's like, oh boy, that's quite a tumble.
Yeah, and then I push Boar in.
Boar goes, oh boy, and then just skids down. Polar Bear, you hear some, and then just right next to you, Boar bumps into you.
It's cool. You're fine, buddy.
Oh.
Boar fell down.
And gets back up on their hooves.
I run over to Vyng and I'm like, fucking turn back into regular, get
And
on
he's
my
screaming,
back. Yo, get out of here! Leave me behind! You're way more important! There's literally no reason to sacrifice yourself right now. There's another way out.
Oh, it hurts so much.
Then just stop doing it.
They're stinging me.
Okay, then turn back normal.
oh, what is normal?
And Owl pops back up out of the hole to see Elk very calmly talking to Vyng, who's screaming.
What are you doing here? Get out of here.
It's like, oh my god. And I grab him with my hooves and can I lift him up? And then
No, you don't have thumbs.
But
You
I can
like
just wedge him.
wedge him.
Can I?
Sure.
I can't.
You're getting weirdly human.
yeah.
Got a lot of dexterity in your hooves.
Yeah,
now.
so I pry him up and I just put him on my back. But I'm not walking like an elk. I have him like fireman throw it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I run to the hole and I jump in.
And Owl, as Elk grabs Vyng and starts running down the hole, you see that nobody picked up those objects.
I mean,
Or just barfed them onto the
we
ground.
can't just leave those here. We gotta. So I run over there and I kind of pick around and I just scoop as much as I can up with my little with my little claws and try and.
You get one.
But it appears I can only pick up one with my little claws. So I'm having a look at them and trying to quickly decide which one was the coolest, or remember actually what they all were.
So there's the mirror. There is the artichoke, the puzzle artichoke.
Which is awesome, but
There is the
Water clock.
the water clock that is now ticking, and there was a small bag that looks like it has shiny powder in it.
I think the shiny powder. I don't really know what the clock thing is. I don't know what it would do.
Okay,
and everybody hates.
Owl
I
would
can-
definitely pick shiny powder.
I can
though.
see what Owl is looking at as I jump into the hole, and I was like, "Don't be a fucking idiot! Get the artichoke!" And I jump in.
So I'm just standing there, and I got an artichoke in one hand.
There's bees
and
everywhere.
and then I got this little shiny powder, and I throw the powder away. No! Into a big cloud up in the air, and I grab this artichoke, and I hop over.
You throw it
to
up into the air?
Yeah, and
What
I
does
hop over to the hole, and I jump back down with the artichoke.
Does the powder do anything?
But yeah, it starts to like catch the sunlight, and
Oh.
so it's got a little rainbow hue, which I look at
Yeah.
as I fall backwards into the hole.
That's tight. Vyng opens the hole and runs off, and you throw the powder in the air, and it shimmers in a cloud, and the wasps all go straight for the powder.
You flip off the wasps as you fall.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have fingers.
I've got talons, and so I can.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I just meant the longest feather.
Yeah,
Look up.
that's what I thought it was going.
Oh no, with my feet.
Okay.
and you tumble down the hole,
Yeah.
and the wasps all that were coming out of that tunnel all approach and start swirling around this shiny dust.
Cool.
And you get away. You
Cool.
idiots somehow get away
Every time.
using the tools that you have at your disposal and random luck based on if I think something would be funny. So
Vyng asked him, now where's that water clock? That thing was cool.
I have no idea what time it is. So you're at the bottom of this tunnel, and you're all kind of in a pile. You do hear the buzzing now at the mouth of this hole. You don't have much time, you assume, before the wasps realize this is just a bunch of shiny powder. So what do you do?
We book it.
We go. Is there a way down, in, up, not out?
It goes deeper into like the walls of the canyon, basically.
Can I use my elk knows the ways?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel the right way to go is
Mhm.
deeper in.
Yeah.
I was like, we have to go in to get out.
Yeah, you got to go in to get out. So you go deeper into the tunnels, and it is dark, and the humming is fairly present around here, but you feel fairly safe right now. But we're going to maybe make this another Undertake a Perilous Journey.
Okay.
So does anybody have any roles they would like to take for the journey?
Trailblazer again, I guess?
Yep. Scout might not be so good for Owl.
Yeah, I'm just kind of paddling along.
I'll do
Yeah.
scout. I'll hit it. Vyng's feeling very brave.
I can quartermaster. I'll do the rolls and.
Okay, sure. Okay, so everybody with a roll, 2d6 plus wisdom.
10.
6.
Okay.
I got 12.
Good job.
I'm not bragging. I'm just explaining that I got 12.
Yeah.
It sounded like a brag, but I'm just
So you
had a lot of shitty rolls and it just felt good to hit a 12.
well done, Mark. Congratulations. You dig around in the dirt a little bit in the tunnel, and you're like, hey, a bunch of worms.
Yeah, nice.
Vyng,
You like worms, right?
you want to hit up these worms?
Yeah, I love worms.
Elk, you're feeling you're trying to feel the way like you usually do.
Mhm.
It's hard down here because like directions are very difficult because the tunnels sort of dip and turn and twist on each other.
Mhm.
You think you've got the right way. You're not 100% confident in it. And it's not until you turn a bend in the tunnel and you come out into a wide open chamber,
Mhm.
much, much bigger than it should be.
Mhm.
And there's light pouring in from holes in the ceiling of the chamber. Further in, there's a massive cloud of wasps. And they're buzzing around all these like papered up areas of the hive. And there's piles of debris and detritus. And you see bodies here and there. And this appears to be like you've wandered right into the central area of Wasp's hive.
Oh, fuck. I went the wrong way.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, so you've wandered headfirst into the central chamber of Wasp's nest, basically. What do you do?
I've got control over all this water in here. Could I run across the top of the water?
Water?
Isn't there water in this cave?
No, there's like light and there's debris, like piles of stuff.
I'm so thirsty. It's just dust is
Yeah.
poofing.
I mean,
out
you
of
can
his
control a lot of, like, all the primal
Light?
elements, basically. It does say fire, water, earth, or air. Like, it's not super loose.
skills. Mm-hmm.
Well, you could do air.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I could really create a vacuum on the other side of the hole in the roof and start sucking bees up.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Give me a 2d6 plus wisdom for elemental mastery.
9.
9. So again, the effect you desire comes to pass. You avoid paying nature's price. You retain control. This is a pretty dangerous situation.
And also, you only have 3 HP left.
Yeah.
Should we maybe head back?
Or can I aid him?
What did you roll, a 9?
Yeah.
9.
You could definitely try.
Yeah. So I go up behind him, and as he's focusing, I do like a really deep humming,
And I say deeper.
and then I go deeper, and I'm like,
It's working.
7 plus what?
Plus your bond, but you don't have any really. So you
8?
succeed. Yeah, it's a 7. It's a 7 and a 9
And I'm
success.
standing
So
behind
to
him.
10.
So you take it to a 10. So you get 2.
Effect I desire comes to pass and retain control.
Okay, so you still pay nature's price.
Of suck. Nature's price of vacuum suck.
How do you call
Suck
air-
it, I say.
So you scream "suck it" at the
Yeah.
top of your lungs.
This one's for Tacoma Dome. I go, suck it!
And where I am in the corporeal world,
Yeah.
I can feel
Somebody sucking it.
Yeah, I can feel someone screaming, suck it, and
Just slowly high five nothing.
and I don't know why I'm doing it, but I chuckle a little bit, and I'm like, good one, and I high five nothing.
Billy, you see Tuck high-fiving the air.
I don't know why, so I do it too.
Flashback to the spirit realm.
And Vyng's going, down low!
Okay, so yeah, I also go down low.
Mhm.
So I'm in the middle of the cavern with my hair.
Yeah. So there's a lot of wasps. So are you thinking you're going to be able to get all of them, or are you just
Most. And then we can at least see where they're... Is this the dead end? Is there another way?
I mean, Elk, you do feel that there would be a way through to the surface, like
Yeah.
in this chamber.
So at least gets the wasp up to the ceiling.
I look at all the different openings, and one of them I can feel like pulsing coming from it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, there's one way out of here.
Yeah, so it's like all the way across. Like you basically have to cut diagonal across this whole thing. But air starts blowing wasps out of the ceiling, and stuff starts popping off because they're not used to a big spirit like air throwing its weight around in here. So things start buffeting to and fro. Stuff starts blowing around the room, including wasps, and they start getting blown out the top. And the rest of the wasps that are left in here start freaking out. What do you do?
Beeline it for that hole.
Beeline it.
You like it?
Wasp line it,
Wasp line
please. All right. Everybody give me a defy danger. Explain how you're avoiding danger, and then tell me what stat you're using. Polar bear,
All right.
what's your plan?
I'm going to use strength.
Tell me how.
I'm going to charge
Mm-hmm.
because it's the fastest way I can power through the movements of the air.
Yeah.
So that's an 8.
hmm No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Elk.
I watch Polar Bear run, and I'm like, God, he's beautiful. And then I roll 6 plus Constitution.
How's that work?
I'm just like muscling through
Mm-hmm.
because I can feel the wind like pulling me up. So I put my front 2 hooves on the ground for the first time in a little while,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like digging them into the ground, and I'm like, you will not take me, air. And then I'm like really just like, you can see like my neck is like, there's a lot of veins in it. I'm like, I'm gonna get through this, and I'm moving through methodically,
Uh-huh.
and I shit a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and I keep
That
going.
is not a little bit.
Yeah, so that's how I do
All right.
it.
Pounding through. How's Al doing it?
I use my magical mastery of the air as a beautiful flying creature and look at the wind currents and try and figure out the
Yeah.
most efficient way to get through there and avoid any risks. And but it's quite an exertion, so I poop a little bit too.
So defy danger.
Dexterity, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
-1 for pooping.
9.
Cool. Vyng?
I'm gonna run full force forward while twirling my staff.
All right, so defy danger. What are you using?
Um,
You're a human, like, physical person,
yeah,
and you're not, like, massively strong.
dexterity.
You'd be kind of dodging the wind, I guess. Yeah, I think dexterity makes sense. I think we can do that. All right, yeah.
Ooh, 6.
6?
Yep.
So you lead the way for polar bear and elk and owl, helping them get ahead of you through the wind as they move towards the opening that elk pointed out. As the wind starts to pick up around you and buffet you more and more, you find that you can't move forward, and this is you paying nature's price. It's at this point that you see your spirit friends move forward out of danger up into the hole. Once you realize that they're safe, the wind suddenly dies, and through the holes in the ceiling and the holes in the wall, the wasps start pouring back in. They come in, they swarm around you in a cloud, a huge cloud. And here's the thing. You can roll damage right now, or you can just let the wasps do what they're going to do. You can fight it, or you can just let it happen.
I'm gonna welcome it, arms up.
Just let them overtake you.
Mm-hmm.
So the wasps pour in, your vision clouds, you feel stings and bites, and your vision goes black. And you wake up here and there for a while, like in and out of consciousness. You fade in, you're being dragged bodily across the floor by a swarm of wasps. You fade back out. You fade back in, you're freezing cold.
Mm-hmm.
You fade back out. Fade back in, you're soaking wet for some reason. You don't know why.
It's honey.
You fade back out. You fade back in, and you're upside down, hanging by your leg on something against the wall. You fade back out. And you open your eyes at one point blearily and see that you've been papered into the wall of this massive hive. You fade back out. And you fade in and out a little bit longer. You don't know how much time passes. It could be hours, days, weeks. I don't know. And you open your eyes at one point because you feel a commotion in the air. And the wasps are buzzing around you more than you have felt since you've been on this cavern wall. And the wasps part a little bit. Seems like they're distracted for a moment by something else. And the cloud thins. And you see what looks like a gray ball of cloth bobbing through the air. Through the cavern, this little pierogi of cloth starts to float through the air ahead of you. And you see the end of this like mass that's facing you part a little bit. And through it, you see a brown-skinned face, a big bushy beard, and a chubby little boy looking at you.
Tacoma! Billy!
And you fade back out. And that's where we'll end it. Thanks for listening to Spout Lore, everybody. I'm your game master, Shawn O'Hara. With me, as always, players Abdul.
And he would give me Red Bulls for free, you guys.
Jessica.
Imagine you come out with like 5 cake pops.
Paul.
Dumps like a tuck, all night long.
And Mark.
Honestly, that's my dream.
And our technical producer, Wes Lord. Thanks to Aaron Reed from Vancouver Sunday Service for our awesome intro and outro music. Thank you to Mark and MP for graciously allowing us to play in their home. And thank you to you for listening. And we'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures 3 who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd gladly spout more.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Shmo Brannigan. I have hacked into this RSS feed with a promotional feature for the Wizard Scroll podcast, transcribing in 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, let me unfurl this wizard scroll real quick. When out of
Baba Booey.
nowhere, 10 humongous scorpions had surrounded the campsite, tails outstretched.
Hello, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Aziz, what are you gonna get? I don't know what I want.
I'm gonna get the double, triple, lobster.
I'll take one too.
2 McLobsters. As if on cue, the camera panned upwards, directing everyone's attention towards the giant hot air balloon presently taking a pass over the stadium. Holy mother of sassafras, it's Gargo the Destroyer! Leaping into the fray from 420 feet in the air without a parachute!
How are you liking those wizard legs, kids? They're wizard-tastic! Part of a balanced breakfast.
The Wizard Scroll is available on iTunes, Spotify, Audible, and wherever else fine podcasts are found. This concludes today's promotional feature.
Spout Lore is proudly a Spout Lore Studios production.
A podcast for best friends by best friends.